Welcome back to the grind. This Jubilee January side event quest is quite confusing. And yes, it's not that bad once you understand the best way to get the best rewards, but there is really not much room for error. And if you happen to run the quests that only give 2 stamps instead of only run the quest that gives 3 stamps, then figuring out what you need to do to get the best rewards that you can is a little bit more confusing. Now, yes, if you have seen this, there is definitely a single best way to get the best rewards. And if you are lucky enough to not have made any mistakes, then you can definitely do that, which we will discuss. But we will primarily focus on what you can do to ensure you get the best rewards you can still possibly get, as well as customize the rewards that you get to what you particularly need. For a little bit more background information, you can see my explanation video that I released a couple days ago to see how you get those prize cards, what you do with tokens, which quests you want to run, which is obviously the third one that gives 3 stamps with each token, and that might help give a bit background on what we're going to discuss here. So one last time to really nail it in, the one on the right gives 3 stamps per token entry. The others only give 2. So we're going to focus on the one that gives 3 to optimize our rewards. So how do you decide which path you want to take for what rewards? And then how do you achieve it? So there are a few options. If you can optimize your prizes and you haven't made too many mistakes, you can get the Cavalier objective for those 5 of the 2% tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals. In addition to that, you can get all 4 prizes of the top difficulty, so all legendary prizes from set 1 and set 2, and you can also get one of the prizes from the epic difficulty, which if you do the shard pack in set 2, it gets you 2,000 additional 6-star shards. To achieve this, you need to do 31 out of your 32 runs and get 3 stamps from them. If you did accidentally or unknowingly do 1 run for 2 tokens, or sorry, with a token for 2 stamps, that is okay. You can still salvage it. But if you did 2 runs that only got 2 stamps for each of those runs, then you will not be able to get option 1. Option 2 allows you to get the Cavalier objective done. So again, those tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals, as well as get all 4 top prizes from the top difficulty. So you can get all the legendary prizes from set 1 and 2. What you would be missing out on is that extra prize from the epic difficulty. Now, option 3, if you are not getting the Cav objective done, say you are not eligible, or you, for whatever reason, maybe you don't want to do it, you can get all 4 prizes from the top difficulty, so all the legendary prizes from set 1 and 2, as well as 2 prizes from the epic difficulty. And if you do both of those on the second set rewards of the crystal shard prize card, then you will get a 5-star awakening gem with that as well. But remember, in order to get that awakening gem, you have to sacrifice the Cavalier objective, which gets you 5 of the 2% tier 5 class catalyst crystals. And in order to get option 2 and option 3, they are a little bit less strict as far as the requirements. You need at least 16 of the runs in legendary to be for 3 stamps, and then all the remaining ones could be for 2 stamps. If you did any runs outside of legendary, then you would obviously need to do more than 16 runs for 3 stamps, but it is much easier to achieve that. And then for option 3, 2 of your runs could be for 2 stamps, and you could still make this happen. So now we're going to review each of these options. This is the absolute best option overall, which is option number 1, where you get the Cav objective done, all the legendary prizes plus the epic prize in the second wave or second set, but it requires at least 31 of your runs be for 3 stamps each. And remember, the Cavalier objective requires 80 stamps from legendary difficulty, and that's where the kicker comes. So during set 1, you will have 16 tokens, and if you spend 10 of them, you will complete the legendary prize card, and that's all you need to do in week 1 and 2. Then you save the extra ones for the second set, and when that second set goes live in week 3 to 4, you'll do 17 legendary runs, which will more than complete that legendary reward card, but you need to do those extra ones in order to complete the Cav objective. After that, you will have 5 extra runs, and if you run it in epic for 3 stamps each token, then you will complete the first prize from the legendary, or sorry, from the epic rewards, and that is 2,000 6-star shards. Some players might be very close to a tier 5 class catalyst crystal and therefore might want all the fragments possible so that they can get the Throne Breaker title, which means they might want to switch over and actually go for the rank up materials prize card in set 2, because that gives you 5 of the 2% tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals. And basically, in order to do this, it's the exact same setup. The only difference is when set 2 goes live, you will select the rank up materials prize card, and then the epic reward that you will get is 20 of the 5-star signature stone crystals, so they will be random. Now, this is obviously not as ideal as the 2,000 6-star shards, but in order to get those tier 5 class catalyst fragments, you will have to make that sacrifice. So what then is the cost of crossing over to get those tier 5 class catalyst fragments? Well, here is the difference. On the left side, if you cross over, you'll get 1 tier 2 alpha, 5 of the 2% tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals, and 20 of the 5-star signature stone crystals. And you are getting these rewards instead of what you would otherwise get, which is a 5-star featured hero crystal and 7,000 6-star shards. So it is quite a lot of value from that shard prize pack, and it's honestly making me consider going for the shards anyways, even though I'm pretty close to forming a couple different tier 5 class catalysts, and I really do want those extra fragment crystals, but I almost get that many from a week of Alliance Quest ever since I joined a Map 7 Alliance, so I might end up leaning towards the shard deal. Now this option 2, if you did accidentally spend tokens in places that did not get you where you needed to for option 1, you can probably still get the Cavalier objective and all the legendary prizes. And to get that, it really depends on what you did with your first tokens. If all your other tokens were still in legendary difficulty, then all you need to do is 16 runs of legendary for 3 stamps each, and all the other runs could actually be for 2 stamps each as long as they're in legendary. If you did runs outside of legendary like in epic, then you'll need more than 16 runs to be for the legendary 3 stamps, and then more of them can be for the legendary 2 stamps. And going this route, all you're missing out on is 2,000 6-star shards, which yes, would be too bad, but hey, if you accidentally screwed up at the start, getting everything but 2,000 6-star shards is not that bad. And finally, option 3, if you're not going to get the Cav objective done and you just want to get that 5-star awakening gem, this is the way to do it. And you can do 2 runs for only 2 stamps, but it depends on if you did those in epic or not, because if you already did them in epic, you probably won't be able to make this work because you really needed those 2 stamp runs to be for legendary in the first set, because you can only do the epic runs in the second set because those are the ones that you need to contribute stamps to get that awakening gem. So you would do 10 legendary runs ideally for all of set 1 and then save the rest for set 2. Then you'd do 10 legendary runs for all of set 2 legendary prizes, and then 10 epic runs for all of set 2 epic prizes. So I really do hope this was a helpful guide to a somewhat complex side event, and if you do not fall into any of these categories, I hope the information I provided at least helps you determine what your next best steps will be. So let me know in the comment section what your plan for this event is, and also give me feedback on this video if you like the style of presentation, if it was helpful and clear. I do appreciate all the feedback I can get as a growing YouTuber for Marvel Contest of Champions, and if you have the time or interest, take a look at my champion guide playlist for some of the videos I've made reviewing how to play certain champions, and in the comments you can also leave suggestions for the next champion guide video. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.